My name's Ryan, and up until that night, I honestly thought I had the patience of a saint. I'd been married to Emily for 5 years, and while we weren't perfect, I always believed we respected each other enough to make it through anything. She was fiery, sharp, and loved to test limits, and most of the time, I admired her for it. But lately, her jokes started to sting. At first, it was little things teasing me about forgetting chores, laughing about my receding hairline, making fun of me tripping over our dog in front of her friends. Harmless, right? I brushed it off because marriage is about letting small things go. But over the past few months, those jokes started to feel less funny and more like tiny cuts. That night, we were at a friend's dinner party, 8 of us, drinking wine, swapping stories, laughing around a charcuterie board. Someone brought up bad first dates, and one of Emily's friends asked her what her worst date ever was. Without missing a beat, she smirked and said, "Oh, definitely the guy who wouldn't stop talking about himself. Well, him and Ryan tied for last place." Everyone laughed, and I forced a chuckle, but my stomach twisted. Then came the joke that changed everything. The topic shifted to relationships and intimacy. Emily, already tipsy, leaned back with that confident grin and said, "Well, at least my ex was bigger." She said it like it was the funniest line in the world. The table froze. Half a second later, awkward laughter bubbled up, the kind that fills silence but doesn't hide discomfort. My ears rang. My chest tightened. I didn't say a word, didn't storm out, didn't yell. I just sat there, smiling like it didn't bother me. But inside, something broke. I drove home that night in complete silence. Emily kept trying to joke it off, saying I was being desensitive, but I didn't answer. I wasn't mad, at least not yet. I was thinking, planning. I spent that whole night staring at the ceiling, listening to her sleep peacefully beside me, like nothing had happened. Her words kept replaying in my head, "At least my ex was bigger." It wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it. That smug, careless look on her face, like embarrassing me in front of everyone was some sort of accomplishment. The next morning, I didn't bring it up. Not because I had forgiven her, but because I wanted her to believe I had. I kissed her on the forehead before work, made her coffee, even texted her at lunch to ask how her day was going. If she sensed anything off, she didn't show it. But when I was alone, I started planning what I'd say. I didn't want to yell or lose control. I wanted her to feel the weight of her own words. I wanted her to understand that respect isn't optional in a marriage. That weekend, we hosted another get-together, this time in our place. I made sure everything was perfect: the food, the music, the mood. Emily was glowing, laughing, tossing her hair, playing the perfect hostess. And when one of our friends asked how we kept our marriage so strong, she grinned, ready to make another one of her jokes, but this time I spoke first. "You know what keeps our marriage strong?" I said calmly, like it was just another conversation. "Mutual respect." Or at least, that's what I thought we had. The room went quiet. Emily blinked, caught off guard. "Ryan." She started, but I didn't let her finish. I looked straight at her and said, "You know, last week you joked about your ex being bigger. I've been thinking about that." I paused. "You're right, he was bigger. Bigger at cheating, bigger at lying, bigger at treating you like trash. And yet, here you are with me." Her face drained of color. The smile disappeared. No one moved. No one said a word. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. I kept my voice steady, not angry, just firm. "You stood there in front of people who respect you, and you turned our marriage into a punchline. I laughed with you that night, but I haven't been able to look at you the same since. Do you know why?" Emily's eyes were wide now, panic creeping in. "Ryan, I didn't mean..." "You did," I said softly. "And even if you didn't, that's the problem. You didn't think. You didn't think about what that would do to me to have the person I trust. Most make a joke about my worth as a man." The silence was thick. I could hear the hum of the refrigerator. "You know what I've decided?" I asked, my voice still calm. "I'm done laughing it off. I'm done pretending disrespect is just funny. If you want to be with someone you can compare to your ex, go find him. Because I'd rather be alone than sit here and let you chip away at me one joke at a time." Her friends were frozen, unsure whether to leave or look away. Emily's face crumbled. She reached for my hand, but I didn't take it. "Ryan, I'm sorry," she said, her voice trembling. "I was just trying to be funny. I didn't think." "Exactly," I said quietly. "You didn't think. And if this marriage is going to survive, that has to change right now." Tears filled her eyes. She nodded quickly, her usual spark completely gone. "I promise," she whispered. I leaned back, letting the tension ease just a little. I turned to our guests, forced a polite smile, and said, "Sorry about that. Who's ready for dessert?" The night limped on after that, awkward, quiet, but Emily didn't make another joke. Not that night. Not for a long time after. And for the first time in months, I felt like I'd finally taken something back that I had been slowly losing all along: my self-respect.